Well, hello all my awesome YouTube viewers. This is DECENDENTX, where the X marks the spot for entertainment. So I want to talk to you about my class. I got the SWAT 5.56. We're on the ACOG and the quick draw because I gotta aim down them sights just a little bit faster. The ACOG I like. It seems like it does a little bit more range for the damage. I also run not Ghost, but Lightweight, and run Hardline because I like to get those the score streaks a little bit better, a little easier. And then I got my Scavenger because I love to replenish my Betties and my Black Hats. And then I also have Engineer, which I use to find all the equipment, which gets me a little more points in matches. So in this match, I go 30 and 16. It's on the map Carrier, and the subject for today is it's kind of a sad one. Another one, sorry guys. And I was homeless. I was actually homeless, living inside of a tent for 6 months of my life, when I was about 15, going on 16 years old. So I was living in San Jose, California. We couldn't afford to live there. It was unfortunately it was $1,200 a month just for a 2-bedroom house. It was not a very good neighborhood, honestly. Just right across where we lived, there was a guy. His name was Smurf. Yeah, he was African American. There's nothing against African Americans whatsoever, guys. You're typical guy that does something you probably shouldn't be around. I mean, he would have parties all the time, really late at night, and he'd be inside of his garage playing dominoes, and I don't know. They were a very odd bunch, but that's besides the point. So, we need to get out of that situation, and I don't know, my parents couldn't really afford to pay rent, so we had to move. We had a big tent that we borrowed from a family member, and we used that up on a private residence, which was nice enough. It's out on an olive orchard in San Jose, and it's behind a gated area, but it's literally a 2-mile drive up a dirt road. There was no telephone. Telephone was, I don't know, a good 10-15 minutes away. No running water, again, 10-15 minutes away. And toilets and all that other stuff. So, yeah, I don't know, that's kind of a gross subject I didn't really want to get into on that one. But, I don't know, I figured I wanted to share this with you guys because it was a rough time in my life. When you're 15, 16-year-old going to high school, and you're going to school smelling like, smoke because you literally are heated by a campfire at night and also a propane heater. Nice enough that our tent was considered a 2-bedroom tent. It literally had a tent-like material. It was the only thing between me and my parents. We had to have a propane heater inside there, and we had to vent it and whatnot, so that wasn't a problem. So it wasn't going to be a health issue. Excuse me, of us living inside the tent while the heater's going. There was I don't know, living up on that hill did do some good things for me. It got me to learn how to drive. My dad would let me drive down the dirt roads and whatnot and drive it around. Let me, literally go to my uncle's house. Wasn't so bad. It was, a private area, so I wasn't going to run into anybody, but I could technically have drove right into the creek, which would have turned out to be quite horrible. The other thing I did a lot there was shoot my gun. I did like shooting rifles, BB guns, anything I can get my hands on. It was a lot of fun. I never really got into the hunting too much. I'd still love to do that, and I wanted to do it with my dad, but, as you guys have already seen in my previous video that he passed away, so, unfortunately that's not going to happen. But that's quite alright. I'm sure, if I, ever want to go hunting, I can find somebody to help me out on that. Let's see here. The other thing that was quite interesting when we were living there is when we'd want to watch TV. Watching TV would require us to get a little black and white TV, and we would have to hook it up through the battery of the car and have I think it's like a power inverter or converter. I think it's a converter so that you could run regular outlet stuff in your home, through your car battery, because you normally could not do that. And so we'd have it hooked up to the car while the car was running, and we'd sit there and we'd actually watch. We'd watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but you couldn't actually see anything. You'd only hear what was going on. You wouldn't actually see anything. So we'd try to guess all the answers while all the questions while they were talking them out. So it was kind of fun. I don't know. It gave us something to do up there, other than sit around a campfire all the time. That's something that, you know, I had no choice, really. Luckily enough, I get to spend time with my buddy before I'd have to go home, because it was a half-hour drive just to the house. So it does suck on a teenager trying to make friends and, you know, make it through life, basically, because when you're 15 and 16, it's rough, man. It really is. Another crazy thing that happened to us when we were up there, like I said, it was only 6 months, so it wasn't forever, but we had a couple moments. One of them, the tent was getting all moved around, and we were, oh God, it must be a bear, it must be a bear. My dad's all, son, stay in, I'll get the rifle, and, you know, we'll make sure this bear doesn't do anything to you. Because there are bears up there, so you never know. Or like a mountain lion. Mountain lions are, you know, plenty up there. There's plenty of mountain lions. It's no fun. So my dad goes out there, and it's pitch black, and he goes, oh my God, Lucky. Oh man, you scared the crap out of me. It was my uncle's dog. Literally, the dog lives like 15 minutes away in a car. So you can imagine he just decided to go all the way down the hill and find us. It was pretty scary. In fact, there was another night where it was raining so bad that, and the wind was blowing. It actually blew our tent over, even though it was staked down all over the place, and literally it all came falling down on us. So it was pretty scary when that happened, man. But yeah, you know, after 6 months we moved to McKinleyville. But it looks like this is the end of this episode, guys. I want to thank you if you listened in, and, you know, subscribe, like, comment, favorite this video. You know, share it on Twitter, guys. You can hit me up at DECENDENTX. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks, and have a great one. On the left, you'll see a previous video. Well, actually, you won't see it, but please pick it. It was the video I did right before this one. And on the right-hand side is going to be a mystery video. I'm not going to let you know what it is. Just check it out. I hope you guys come back around, because X marks the spot for entertainment.